So welcome to my reaction of the Square Enix conference today. Okay, there's some negative and there's some positive, but we have to kind of shift through all of this right now, and I'm gonna put it to you guys. What did you think of the conference? Just as I thought we were really getting somewhere, the conference was over, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, it's only half an hour? I thought, because I was even saying to myself when I was watching it, I'm like, man, this first half an hour is good. And the first half an hour is really good, but it needed another half an hour that doesn't exist. And I couldn't believe, I'm just going to talk about the negatives here. There was nothing mentioned on Final Fantasy VII the Remake. I'm still blown away by that. I cannot believe it. Maybe they're waiting for the Tokyo Game Show or maybe something like that. I think they usually kind of do that, but it's been 3 years since we saw the unveiling of the remake, and it's been 3 years. I'm like, it's got to be coming out. It's so amazing they mentioned it 3 years ago, where E3 we get nothing. So that was very underwhelming. I was like, oh my god, and there was nothing mentioned about a new Final Fantasy game or anything like that. Yeah, I was very disappointed that there was not a lot more shown, a lot more robustness. As I say, I wanted an hour, and I only got half an hour. I was like, what the fuck, what's going on? But what are some kind of interesting positives? What were some things that I was shocked by? I was kind of shocked by Final Fantasy XIV, the online game. As you guys know, I stay away from online MMOs because I have a terrible addiction to them. I can really get suckered into these things. I was very addicted to Final Fantasy XI. What was really neat about Final Fantasy XIV Online is that they showed that they're incorporating Monster Hunter in there as some DLC, and I'm like, what is going on in life? I couldn't believe it. It was a major shock. I did not see that coming, and I'm sure most of you did not see that coming. I was like, wow, that is unusual and interesting. So that was kind of an interesting moment. Obviously, we saw Kingdom Hearts 3. We saw the trailer the other day as well. What do I want to say about Kingdom Hearts 3? I am so looking forward to this game. I cannot wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. And I've been waiting so long, for Kingdom Hearts 3 information, because it's been, delayed after delayed after delayed. So I kind of lost a lot of steam a long time ago. And after this E3, my hype level is super high. I can't wait to play the game. It looks like a fun playing game. And when I originally played Kingdom Hearts on the PS2 back in the day, I went in with mixed thoughts, thinking, I don't know, the Disney thing and, the Square Enix characters together, I don't know if I like that. And then I played the game and I loved it. It was charming. It was charming. It won me over. And I got that same feeling again going into this. So that was really amazing. Now, they showed Dragon Quest XI. Obviously, I'm a huge Dragon Quest fan. I've already played Dragon Quest XI, the Japanese version, the beginning of it, and I love the game. What I got here, I loved hearing the English voice acting. I thought it was perfect. I thought they absolutely nailed it. And I'm a real funny person for voice acting. I'm like, I can be very like, oh no, that sucks. And I thought it was really good. As I'm watching, I'm like, man, I wonder if there's going to be a special edition of this game. And then all of a sudden, boom, they announced a special edition. And I got to read it here to get the name right. The edition of Lost Time. It comes with a map, a steelbook, and an art book. And let me tell you, as soon as the conference was over, I just shut the laptop, I ran into the room, I went to the Square Enix store, and I ordered this special edition. And it was expensive, but I think it was about $200 Canadian. That's with shipping and everything. I was like, oh my god. But if I'm ever going to buy any special editions in a year, if I can't buy any others, I would buy an Ys one. I'd buy a Dragon Quest one. That's what I would do, because that's me. And so I had to get that special edition. And maybe go on the store and pre-order it. I'm just saying that in case it sells out. I remember Final Fantasy 15, the special edition selling out like that. I don't know if we'll see the same with Dragon Quest, because it's not in the same popularity level over here. But just in case, if you're a big Dragon Quest fan, you're thinking about it, maybe you should just go and do it. They showed more Tomb Raider, which was great. I love the look of it. I really like this series of Tomb Raider games. I'm really impressed with the graphics on this one, for sure. Nier is coming to the Xbox. That is only a great thing. More people need to play Nier. It was one of my favorite games from last year. I just loved the aesthetics, the graphics, the gameplay, the music was really something else. I think they really nailed it. Platinum Games really nailed it. And also, they announced a new Platinum game. Oh my god, I gotta read this as well. Babylon's Fall? They just kind of showed a little opening to that. They didn't show too much of it. I was like, wow, this looks interesting. And anything by Platinum, I kind of always have giving them a thumbs up, so I know that they're going to knock it out of the park and give me some absolutely wacky, crazy gameplay that's way over the top. And then the one game that was really weird to see was The Quiet Man. And it starts off and I'm like, oh wow, is this CG? This is the best CG I've ever seen. And all of a sudden I realize, I'm like, no, this is real footage. This is real filmed footage of real people. And then all of a sudden they go back into CG. And it seems to be like a beat 'em up style game. At first I thought it was the bouncer. I'm like, wouldn't this be amazing if they did the bouncer too? But no, it seems like they've kind of forgotten that series, unfortunately. I'd love to see some kind of, remakes or like sequels to games like that from the past. So that was an unusual one. They showed more Octopath Traveler, and I gotta say, as we get closer to the release date, I get more and more excited about that game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. It is kind of aesthetically, it looks like an 8-bit, 16-bit game. It's an RPG. I love the beautiful hand-painted like style of the drawings for it. I think they're really, really good, of all the characters. My level of interest in that game is getting higher as we get closer to release. And yeah, I think there's a few other things that I mentioned as well. Those are the ones I really want to talk about. What did you think about this conference? It is a bit of a letdown. It really, unfortunately, is. They needed another half an hour. We needed a few more things. We needed to see the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which wasn't there. We needed more stuff on either Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy 16. That wasn't there. There just seemed to be not enough new video game announcements to really get me super hyped. But I'm telling you, I wasn't unhappy with some of the announcements within that half an hour. But I want that other half an hour for sure. So anyways, guys, until next time.